Hey guys, what's up? It's Luke here, and I'm back with a new video, and this is another top 10. And if you were able to piece together what the clips at the end of my top 10 best Star Wars lightsabers video meant, then you'd have probably guessed what the topic of this top 10 is. And this is a top 10 of what are, in my opinion, the 10 best Star Wars lightsaber duels. Now bear in mind this is simply personal opinion. If you agree or disagree, then please let me know in the comment section below. But just before we begin, I do want to just point out that the duels featured in this video will come from one of the three following sources: the main Star Wars saga, episodes 1 through 7, the Star Wars The Clone Wars CG animated series, and Star Wars Rebels. So, with all of that out of the way, are you guys
ready? Like you even need to ask.
At spot number 10, I have chosen the rematch duel between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader in Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Whilst the pacing of this duel by comparison to other duels in this series is quite slow and the choreography may seem somewhat stale, I have chosen this saber duel due to the character interaction, hence why it's on this list, since you do have some very cool lines, such as,
"Your powers are weak, old man."
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
However, in my opinion, what tops this duel off is this moment right here. Taking number 9 spot is the duel between Anakin Skywalker and Count Dooku in the deserts of Tatooine in the Clone Wars movie. This duel is very nicely paced with good choreography, good music, good animation, and also being able to see a lightsaber fight take place on Tatooine, that's pretty cool if you ask me. There are also some good lines of dialogue in the duel, such as,
Now I remember. This was your home planet, wasn't it? I sense your strong feelings of pain, loss.
With good choreography and good animation, this duel was awesome to watch. Coming in at number 8 is the confrontation between Count Dooku and Yoda in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Here, we get a true glimpse of Yoda's power for the first time. I mean, who expected this little green Jedi to be deflecting Force lightning with Tuta Menace, for example? Yoda wielding a lightsaber? Now that is even less predictable. I'd say because of that, this makes this particular duel all the more awesome to watch. There are also good lines like,
"Fought well you have, my old Padawan."
This is just the beginning.
At number 7, I have chosen Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Dark Ahsoka from the Clone Wars. Lines prior to the duel indicate Anakin's realization of Ahsoka having turned evil, such as,
"Ahsoka, listen to me. He has done something to you. Snap out of it. This isn't you, Ahsoka."
The situation is already intense enough as it is, but when the battle begins, we get to see Ahsoka as a much more brutal lightsaber duelist, bluntly swinging her lightsaber at Anakin, even attempting to decapitate Anakin early on in the duel. We also see Ahsoka as a bit more of a Taru-style lightsaber user, as opposed to her typical grounded approach. As if this duel wasn't awesome enough, when Obi-Wan arrives,
2 Jedi, finally a challenge.
Overall, with good choreography, good music, and a good setting, this lightsaber duel, again, was awesome to watch. For number 6, I have chosen the confrontation between Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader in Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Aside from getting what I will admit is an awesome lightsaber duel between these two, We also get to see Vader essentially toy with Luke throughout the fight. There are also classic lines, like,
"The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet."
Of course, we all know how this confrontation ends. Not to mention this reveal.
No, I am your father.
Overall, this lightsaber duel is definitely a staple of Star Wars, and one that I definitely enjoy watching, without a doubt. For number 5, I've chosen the second confrontation between Luke and Vader on the second Death Star in Return of the Jedi. Along with Vader tormenting Luke throughout this particular fight, due to things like Leia, for example, we also have a pretty insane moment by the end of it all. This is a very character-based fight, but in my opinion, what really sets this duel off is this. This duel is an outright blast, and considering that this was in fact part of what was long thought the conclusion of Star Wars, this definitely gives it some form of recognition in the world of lightsaber duels. For number 4, I have chosen Darth Maul and Savage Opress versus Darth Sidious. This is another duel from the Clone Wars, and damn what an awesome fight it is! Early on in the duel, it looks as if the Zabraks may have the advantage, but numbers don't always outclass skill, and Sidious is the most skilled of the three of them, without a shadow of a doubt. And, to be fair, he ragdolls both Maul and Savage throughout the fight. However, we do get to feel sympathetic for Maul during this scene. Not long after that, however, Maul is outclassed himself, left pretty much ragdolled by Sidious and begging for mercy. This duel is always going to be a standout, be it from duels specifically from Clone Wars or lightsaber duels in general, because it is awesome. For number 3, I have chosen Ahsoka Tano versus Darth Vader from Star Wars Rebels. Early on, it seems as if the two are at somewhat of a stalemate. However, as people would expect, that is far from the case indeed. Later on, Ahsoka becomes all the more whittled down by Vader's sheer strength, though to be fair, it was pretty much a guarantee that Vader would beat Ahsoka from the beginning. However, what really made me decide to put this duel this high on the list is because of this scene right here.
I won't leave you. Not this time.
Then you will die.
This duel will always be a standout in my personal archive simply from that moment alone. However, the duel itself is still cool regardless. For number 2, I have selected Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Darth Maul from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. This is a 3-way lightsaber duel of what can only be described as legitimately badass. To be honest, the awesome choreography, combined with the brilliant score by John Williams, makes this particular fight all the more memorable. This duel I had to put on the list somewhere, otherwise I could potentially end up receiving death threats in the comments. But overall, this fight was plain awesomeness. Now I know what a lot of you are thinking. What duel could possibly beat Duel of the Fates? Well, there is one duel in particular that in my opinion beats that duel by far. Now, there isn't going to be any commentary from me in this next section after this face cam moment. However, Here are a few honourable mentions. Finally, at number 1, I have the confrontation between Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. It doesn't get any better than this, folks. A brutal and lengthy lightsaber duel between master and apprentice, now sworn enemies. With an awesome score, good pacing and good choreography and good performances, this fight is made all the more believable because of those factors. However, if there's one thing that truly brings this duel to a whole new level, it would have to be the very, very end, right here.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! You underestimate my power! Don't try it!
All of these factors, in my opinion, make this lightsaber duel between former master and former apprentice, good friends, even brothers, now turned enemies, makes, in my opinion, this confrontation the best lightsaber duel of all time. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the list. Again, this is all personal opinion. I want to know, what did you guys think of this video? And also, if you have any favourite lightsaber battles, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. But anyway, guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, and you've been warned.